I grew up in a pretty rural part of Wales, which was very pretty, but there wasn't much there to entertain a teenager. So often, what I got up to on my evenings and weekends was mischief. And one of the more common flavors of mischief to occupy me was climbing on buildings. Me and a small group of my friends, we scaled the museum, we climbed on to the high school, we got onto the roofs of the covered market. That's my cat. We got onto every building site going. And so one evening when we were walking about town at about 1 a.m., looking for something to do, we spotted a low wall that, if scaled, would allow us access to the old nunnery rooftops, which we were very excited about because we'd never been up there. So we wasted no time in climbing it, and I was the first one to get up onto the wall and onto the low roofs beyond. At which point I did a quick scout around, looking for any security cameras or anything else that might be an issue to us. It was a cold, clear night. The moon wasn't full, unfortunately, because that would have made this that much more spooky. But it was very clear, it was very bright. And as I looked up at the building that kind of loomed over us, the old nunnery proper, my eyes came to the top leftmost window, and I froze up with fear. My spine just locked, and I felt cold, because what I saw there was a face. It was an old lady, pale, so pale as to be almost blue, and her forehead pressed against the glass, her mouth hanging open, two dark pits in place of eyes, and I was terrified. But I am a logical person first, so I was like, let's break this down. This must be explainable. Is it the curtains bunched in some way with some aid from the low light and the moonlight and pareidolia to make it look as though there's a face, some collection of wrinkles? You want to tell the story? But no, the curtains were drawn either side. They were open, I mean. So I could see them. So the face occupied the centre of the window. I thought, well, could there be some strange ornament, something on the sill, on the inside, even if it's like a mask? I mean, who knows why one would keep such a thing, but perhaps that's what it is. No, nothing there. No strings, no stands, nothing to indicate an item. And so I tore my gaze away from this dread apparition and marched back to my friends who were just alighting on the roof at this point. And I said, I need you to go over there and look up and tell me what you see. And they did so. And I could see the same reaction come over them. As soon as they looked up, as soon as they saw that top left window, I saw them freeze. I saw them go pale. And I saw them go through the same series of logical deductions as I had and come up empty. And they came back over to me and said, yeah, I see it too. It's an old lady with no eyes. I said, right, I'm going to walk out there once more and look up. I didn't say any of that. You're getting this all wrong. You weren't even there. Well, I don't care. Yeah. Well, alright. I'm going to walk out there one more time, and I'm going to look up. And that will give my eyes a chance to readjust, to clear, to no longer see a trick of the light or anything like that. I'm going in armed, I'm going in prepared. And if I still see the creepy old lady face, I am going to run away. And so that is what I did. It took a lot of effort to walk out there, facing very determinedly away, deep breath, look up at the window. It's still there. Still mouth open, still pale, saggy flesh, still gaping holes where the eyes should be. And I fled that rooftop. Now, I'm aware that there's 100 things that could be, and I'm sure anyone who is skeptical will say the same. And that's fine. You're probably right. I'm not saying that is definitely the soul of a dead woman trapped in that room, glaring at me for reasons unknown. I am saying I don't have an explanation for what it was, and it was a very creepy encounter. And I hope you enjoyed it more than I did. And I apologise for Nixie the cat's incredibly rude behaviour throughout this telling of this tale. I don't think she's going to apologise though.